Hi lovely people, so it is Carnival Sunday in Trinidad and Tobago, and for some reason I'm kind of in a festive mood. I think it's because all over social media I'm seeing everything about Carnival, even though I don't really partake in Carnival per se. I like Carnival, I just don't partake in it. But I really enjoy seeing everything about Carnival, so I'm kind of in the festive mood after seeing all that. So I figured I'd bring y'all in the kitchen today. I'm going to cook up some veggie lau mein, some stewed chicken, and I'm going to do something with potatoes. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing. Kevin said he wants scallop potatoes. So I might make that, and I might make some whole baked potato. I'm feeling for that with some sour cream, but I don't have sour cream, so I'll use some Greek yogurt instead and some butter. So a lot of you enjoyed that bake with me video that I did for Christmas. So I figured I'd do a little cook with me video. So let's see how this goes. If it goes good, maybe we could do it more often. You let me know. It's all about what you want to see. So come join me in the kitchen today. I hope you really enjoy cooking with me.
Let's go to work, 'cause I'm tripping. Gotta work on myself, 'cause I'm falling apart. Please wake me up, 'cause I'm slipping. Can't fight this feeling off no more. But I'm not going to give up and fall. Rise above it all. Meet all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all. I'm never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. Yeah. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go. Start to believe in myself, and life will be sweet again. So sweet again. Above it all, beat all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat them all. I never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go. Let it go. And I start to believe in myself, and life will be sweet again.
So we like buying whole chickens because one, it's cheaper and you get different pieces of meat, not just like leg and thigh or wings. I like the entire chicken. The only thing that we don't get with this is the gizzard, which I like, and what else? We don't get the feet, and I like those pieces. it's like an hour later, and I took an hour break because Ma called, my grandmother, and we were chatting. So while we were chatting, I laid out everything here for you to see. And so we were chatting about the dogs, and she put the parrot on the phone to talk to me too. So we haven't spoken in a while, so we had a little Sunday evening chat. So now I'm actually gonna start cooking, and I'm gonna season up the chicken and gonna get this stew chicken going, and then I'll work on the lau mein ingredients. So let's start cooking. So here are all the ingredients laid out. This is for both dishes, so for both the stew chicken and for the lau mein. I put some of the potatoes in the oven, so let's hope that turns out good. I'm doing them whole. Kevin said not to do the scalloped potatoes again. So here I have some baby bok choy. This is for the lau mein. Some broccoli, onion for the stew chicken. Some of the frozen green seasoning. I'm just gonna add a little pinch of water and I'll nuke it in the microwave for a little bit, and then it'll come out like if it's freshly ground seasoning. I have the sauces for the lau mein. Oyster sauce, some sesame oil, some dark soy sauce, black pepper, salt, the lau mein noodles. I haven't tried this brand yet, but we'll see how this goes. So I have the onion, this is some red onion, some serrano peppers, ginger, the celery stalk, some carrots. I still have to further julienne these, cut them up into thin strips. Some scallion or green onion, we call this saive back in Trinbago. I have some batte mushrooms. This is called dried fungus. So this is just about 8. I put 8 in here, and you see how they bloomed. So you don't need to use too much of this. See how big? And it was probably this size when I put it in, like just this little thing. It was probably that size. I have some mushroom, because if you're doing this strictly vegetarian or vegan, mushrooms, they give that umami flavor, so it gives you like a meaty flavor without having meat in it. So that's why vegans love to use a lot of mushrooms. I have some bamboo shoots, some water chestnuts, some baby corn. I'm using this Tony's Scotch bonnet pepper powder. This is so good. My cousin Shanice gifted this to me. I think she got it in Super Farm where she works. So shout out to Shanice for that. I have some paprika. I'm just gonna put a little bit. This is some anato ruku or achiote. I don't know how to pronounce it. Achiote. But yeah, we call this ruku or anato powder. So I'm going to use a little bit of that for the stew chicken. So I don't have all the ingredients here, but I'll show you along the way what I'm adding. And it's not really a recipe video, it's just a cook with me video. So if you have any questions or anything, just leave it in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer it. And I do have this recipe, the lau mein recipe, on the channel, and I do have the stew chicken recipe. So I'll just link both of those in the description box for you all. What's up? You hungry?
So I don't know what to bro.
I think it's because it was in our bag. So the sulfur.
But I don't smell.
You don't smell it now? Because I washed it a few times.
I don't smell it now.
Oh, okay. That's good. Maybe, you know why? Because it was cut and it was in our bag. So this is the black pepper. I don't know why I keep forgetting to talk because I'm thinking like I'm doing a voiceover, but I just put salt, black pepper, some seasoning. I seasoned it with some onion, garlic, and some hot pepper. Now I'm gonna put some soy sauce. This is some dark soy sauce. I missed my yellow label, but I'm using this one today. This is the Lee Kum Kee brand. Some ketchup. This is optional, but I like using ketchup in my stew. And I'm gonna put some of the ruku powder or the annatto powder. I found this in Fiesta, the Latin grocery. So see that color? This is what they use to make ketchup. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this paprika. I could do with a little more color, so I'm gonna add some more soy sauce. You also get color when you brown the sugar also. This is how the green seasoning looks. I just put it in the microwave for a little bit, 10 seconds each time. So you don't want to let it go constantly. You want to keep turning it off at 10 seconds, checking it, and putting it back in. So now I'm gonna cut up everything for the lo mein. Actually, first I want to cut the broccoli into smaller florets, because when they're in big chunks, it's hard to bite. Not hard to bite, but you don't want to take a big chunk of broccoli when you're eating. Like when they're smaller, they're easier to manage. Most of them quite small. And this knife was actually gifted to me by Uncle Pete from The Lazy Cook here on YouTube. And he put my name on it, and he put Taste of Trini. And it's actually for left-handed people, so that's a plus. Right, so I'll just set this aside. So I like to actually cut the mushrooms like this in quarters, like that. But Kevin likes it in slices. So mushrooms are actually one of the most natural forms of umami. And in Japanese, umami means a pleasant, savory taste. So usually umami is similar to MSG, you know, that very controversial seasoning, Chinese seasoning, monosodium glutamate. So it's one of the categories of taste in food. So you know how we have sour, sweet, salty, bitter. Umami is the next one. So it's umami, sweet, sour, salt, and bitter. So that's why people like using MSG in their food, because it gives a similar taste to umami. It gives that pleasant taste, and the umami flavor is found in meat, it's found in mushrooms, well, naturally. So if you want to omit MSG in a recipe, just use lots of mushrooms. So let me set this aside. I'm just julienning them. And I know I don't have knife skills like Marco Pear White and like Gordon Ramsay and all of them, but try nothing now. Kevin is the one who actually taught me how to chop like onions and all them things that he learned from watching Gordon Ramsay. So this looks good. This looks like a good size. I don't like them too thin or too thick, so this is a good width and length. So because I'm lefty, I'm gonna go from this way. So it's gonna go like this. So that's most of the veggies. I still have to cut up the water chestnuts and the baby bok choy. I'll do that and kind of clean up here a little bit, wash up any extra wares, and then we'll start cooking. So let me show you all a little something that I do. Because it's just Kevin and I, we usually have a lot of food, especially when we buy things like, you know, canned stuff, or if we make an lo mein and we have so many ingredients. I usually just put some aside in the freezer. So I took half of everything that I'm using today. The carrots and stuff, I have that in the fridge, but things like the baby bok choy, that will go bad quickly. The canned stuff, so some of the water chestnuts and the baby corn, I just put it in this freezer bag. I put some mushrooms too, because that goes bad really quickly. And I'm going to keep this for when Kevin is fasting, and I'll just pull this out and make a quick stir fry for him. So we do this with soup also. Usually when we buy soup ingredients, it's so much and it ends up being too much for just both of us. So I just started putting them in these freezer bags, freezing them and just pulling out a pack and using it whenever we need to. So it's just a little tip for if it's just you and your husband, or you and your wife, and or just you and your roommate, or just you alone, and you have so much stuff and you don't know how to keep them long. Just freeze them and pull them out when you're ready to make something. So to that oil, I'm adding some sugar. I usually don't measure it, but I know people are gonna ask like how much sugar you use. So that's 2 tablespoons. Let me see how it looks when it's okay. Could do it some more. More of that sugar. So this is 3 tablespoons now. I think that's good enough. So if you didn't have brown sugar, you can use white sugar. A long time ago, I saw someone stew chicken drumsticks with white sugar and it turned out really good. It had a lovely caramel color. See this color sugar, it's nicer. And avocado oil also is one of the more healthy oils to cook with too. What happens with avocado oil, it has a high smoking point, so you can use it for frying, you could use it for actually cooking anything. It doesn't lose its health benefits when it's heated at a very high temperature. With olive oil, after 350 degrees Fahrenheit, it loses some of its antioxidant properties. So while it is a good oil to cook with and to use in its raw form, avocado oil is better to chunky with than to fry with. So the sugar is nearly at the stage I want it to be. It's getting that amber color. It's swelling and moving towards the sides. Seeing that? It starts bubbling up, so now it's ready. Seeing that? This is the stage I like to add my meat in. A lot of people like to leave the sugar to burn a little longer. For me, I like it when it gets to that amber color. I find when it burns, like I could taste that burn flavor. So this is good for me. And to control the color, I just use soy sauce. So now I'm gonna let it spring its natural juices, just as we do when we're cooking any curry, stew meats. We let it bunjay, I guess. Bunjaying just means to let out its natural liquids and to simmer in it. So it's gonna spring some water or liquid, and then it's gonna reduce completely, and once it reduces and it starts sticking to the bottom of the pot, then I'll add some water to deglaze the pot and to make the sauce. So usually with this chicken I buy this one in Costco. Costco is similar to Price Mart in Trinbago. And these chickens, I find that they let out water, a lot of water. So usually I don't need to add any extra water to make the sauce because it lets out so much. And at first when I came here I thought I was weird, because I know when we buy chicken in the poultry and we bring it home, it usually dries up really quickly and we usually have to add, you know, a full pot of water for it to cook. But here you don't really need to add much water. So they pump up the chicken with a lot of water also to make it a little heavier so that they can charge you more. So I'm just gonna cover it and just leave it for a little bit and let it spring its juices, and then I'll start with the lo mein. So you see it's springing its natural juices there. I didn't add any other liquid to it. I just took the cover off and I'm gonna let it reduce a little bit, and when it starts sticking I'll add some more water. So the first water, or that first set of liquid, is reducing and the chicken is developing a lovely color. So I just added a little more water to make the sauce. So now it's just a waiting game. I'm just gonna wait for it to bubble and thicken up a bit. And then I'll just add some fresh herbs and taste it and everything, and then I'll turn it off. And I'll show you all what the finished product looks like. So I have these 2 chickens simmering in that second set of water to make the sauce. And I have the lo mein noodles boiling. So I'm gonna make the sauce for the lo mein. I like to mix all the sauces together first so that it's incorporated properly into the dish, because I don't like to add it and then you have to keep stirring, and then it mashes up the noodles and the vegetables and then it overcooks. So it's better to just add everything into one bowl so that it gets incorporated before it goes into the dish, so the flavors are evenly distributed. So that was some oyster sauce. Here I have some soy sauce and the sesame oil. I know some people like to fry or saute with sesame oil. It's actually not meant to be on a very high heat, so this usually goes in at the end when you add all the sauces. I'm adding a little bit of honey. Some people like to add sugar, white sugar usually. And that's it. Now you just give it a stir. And if you had some bone broth or chicken stock, you could add a little bit just to make it a little more liquidy. I'm gonna add some of the starch water that the lo mein noodles is boiling in. I'm gonna take some of that water and add it to this. And you can add some cornstarch. I really don't like cornstarch that much. Even though you can't taste cornstarch, for some reason if I know cornstarch is in something, like in a dish like this, lo mein, I don't mind if it's fried. I just can't seem to be able to eat it, so I don't like it. So I just took some of that starchy water there. So this is a great consistency. And of course, if it needs more of anything, I'll just add it on top. But this is enough. These flavors are really bold. I don't want to add too much, especially that oyster sauce. If you're doing this entirely vegan and you didn't want the oyster sauce, you can use a veggie stir-fry sauce. So this is the brand I'm using. You can also add some hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce is very strong, but it does add a lovely flavor to stir fries and to noodles. So the noodles are done. I just put them here to strain for a little bit while I stir fry the veggies. I usually have them boiling in an next pot, but I'm using that pot that I would have used. I'm using that for the stew chicken. So I'm just gonna leave it here for a bit. It shouldn't stick together because it's not gonna sit for too long. So I'm gonna start stir frying the veggies now. First I'm just blanching the broccoli for a little bit, just so that they're tender but not too soft. I like them a little bit crispy. So I just added some fresh cilantro there on top. I don't have any bandana, well, fresh one today, so I just wanted to simmer a little more. to get the sauce nice and thick. So I'll show you this when it's ready. I'm gonna work on the lo mein now, so I won't be able to bring the camera back on this side. Firstly, I'm gonna add some of that avocado oil in. Remember what I told you all about avocado oil? It goes up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit when you're using a wok, or especially a cast iron or carbon steel wok. It goes up to really high temperatures. So you want to make sure you use a proper oil. So I just tested the oil, it's nice and hot. I'm going in with the garlic and the ginger first. I'll also add those peppers in. You could put your scotch bonnet in too, and your pimentos. You want the oil to be nice and fragrant. It's going to absorb all the flavors from the ginger, the garlic and the pepper. And then when you add the veggies, it's going to flavor them. Now I'm going in with the carrots. So the carrots are going to be coated in that lovely ginger, garlic and pepper oil. Add the onions. Add the broccoli in. I'm going to salt it a little bit at this point. So you see how colorful this looks? It looks really healthy, right? I just love colorful food. The celery. So it's been about 5 minutes. The veggies are starting to let out some water. But don't worry, once the heat is on high, it's gonna reduce. I'm adding the baby carrots, the bamboo shoots and the water chestnuts. Of course, you add whatever you have or whatever you like. These are the pate mushrooms. I'm adding this green seasoning in. Now I'm going in with the noodles. Now I'm adding the sauce that I mixed earlier. So I just turned off the stew chicken. It's been bubbling for the whole time I was making the stir fry. So now it's just gonna thicken up while it cools. I'm just gonna garnish with some scallions or chive. And that's it. Now it's just to plate and enjoy. So I'm finished cooking. It's Sunday dinner now. It was supposed to be Sunday lunch, but it turned into Sunday dinner because it's really late. So finally finished cooking. As soon as I was done, I cleaned up the kitchen and washed up all the ways. And now I'm gonna sit and finally enjoy some of this lovely food and enjoy the rest of my Sunday evening. I hope you enjoyed this cook with me video. I know a lot of you really enjoyed that bake with me video that I did for Christmas. So if you want to see more like these, be sure to leave your comments below and your suggestions and your feedback on this video. I really enjoyed putting this one together for y'all. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting it together for y'all. So as I'm talking to y'all right now, it is Carnival Sunday in Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm sure everyone's having fun right now back in Trinbago if you're there and you're enjoying the Carnival season. I can't wait to watch Dimash Gras tonight. I hope they have a rerun so I'll get to watch it over. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you're having a good carnival season and that you stay safe and you have a lot of fun. So I'm going to enjoy my food, my veggie lo mein, baked potato and the stewed chicken. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you'll be notified of all the latest videos. And leave me all your thoughts, your suggestions, your feedback and everything in the comment box below. I love interacting with you all. I love hearing from you all and I just love that you're here. So thank you so much again. I'll see you all next time. Bye.